here. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite ace in the hole's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Unique Toys Schunck Betta, which is Hardhead and Skullcruncher. And this is on loan to me once again from Ace, which is why I say ace in the hole, because thank God I have friends that have Legends class figures, so I can take a look at some of them for you guys, and he was happy to oblige me every time that I've asked, so I definitely appreciate his help. But with that being said, let's talk about each one independently and kind of run through it. So Skullcruncher comes with 2 accessories. Well, I guess you could theoretically split this up and say it's 4 accessories, but yeah, I guess. But you know, you can extend these. There's a lot of different options there. No paint apps, but you know, decent playability. So I dig that. And then also this little pistol. This little pistol's separate in the clamshell, and I'm guessing it's because they weren't going to do it at first and then added it later on. I'm not exactly sure. That's me assuming, but I'm just saying. The head we'll talk about real quick because you get a little bit of a swivel out of it, and that's about it. We'll take it off. Nice gold paint on the face, nice pink paint on the visor. Good grief. And then, of course, he transforms into this little fella. And what you see is pretty much what you get, but it is a Legends class figure and a Headmaster, so what really do you expect? Alright, I didn't look to see if, yep, you got your little Headmaster gauge in there, so that's cool. The arms are on ball pegs, and the hinges are in the torso, so you get the arm all the way up to there and down. The elbow is a ball peg, so you get the swivel for a bicep swivel there, and then the wrist hinge in and out. The torso, the top of the torso also does hinge, which is a different piece of articulation than what we've seen before, so you can make him a real sassy fella if you'd like. Shout out to my buddy Adam, he dances like that. And then we have a waist swivel. The hip joints are T-jointed ball joints. That gets you the full Van Damme and the full Monty. And the thigh swivels ever so slightly at the ball joint, and then you get an additional swivel at the ball peg for the knee. This is all open in the back here. You feel the way you feel about it. And with the knee, ball peg gets you a little bit past 90 degrees. Actually, it gets you the whole range. And then the ankles, no tilt, but you do get a pretty good rocker at that hinge there. Paint apps, you get the gray here and the pink on the pelvis, the gray there, and then the gray there on the forearms. It is like a metallic type green. I think it's a nice choice. It looks good. And that's this fella. So let's get him transformed. Open up the chest piece here. Flip open this head. Spin the entire waist around. And then turn the arms up and out of the way, because what you need to do is spin this assembly here. And then once you do that, rotate so that these pegs go up inside of the chest there. And then bring the legs down, bring the head around, and then fold this piece through, I think. Let me see if I need to get this arms out of the way first. Yeah. And then you can bring this piece down, and that holds all that in place. And then for the legs, bring out these bits here. They're on ball pegs as well. And then fold the tail back around on itself at the knee. And spin the rear legs to the back. And let me get the tail real quick. And with these extended, you see the pegs there. You just peg that in. And then peg the other one in. And you have your little alligator. And he's cool enough, I think. You know, we got little ball pegs for legs and hinges here. I mean, the articulation kind of sucks. You know, but, you know, to be fair, alligator articulation kind of sucks, so it's all good. Mouth opens pretty wide, and, you know, I think that's I mean, I'll go through it, but it's the same elbow joint here and here. The mouth, the head, you get a swivel, and you can look up a fair bit, so that's cool. Nothing for the tail, the back leg swivel, and then the ball peg gets you a swivel and a little bit of in motion. So, you know, very limited, but it's a Legends class figure, and we shouldn't really expect the world, should we? I think it's a pretty cool job. And then for Hardhead, we have, accessory-wise, 2 of these guns. They're just green. Nice sculpts, you know, very reminiscent of his kind of pistols or whatever you want to call them. No paint. And then this piece, which this is like the more canon piece. We do have some paint apps here. It's like a gunmetal, both to the middle and the ends. It looks good. And it plugs in over the shoulder right here, so all that works really well. We also, of course, have his headmaster. I should go over articulation real quick. So, because it's a square, it's really only the ever so slightest, and I'm talking about like a hair of a degree. It's the same with the other one. The other one has a little bit more play because the plug-in is a little bit smaller. But yellow paint looks good, blue paint looks good. You flip the thing down there, it's fine, so to speak. And then yellow and blue looks good again. It's fine. Let's talk about the figure. So, we got ball pegs for shoulders. Unfortunately, no hinge, so you only get out to there. You get the swivel, and then you get the ball peg again for the elbow, so you get the swivel there for a bicep swivel as well. Nothing for the wrist. We got a little bit of silver paint there and a little bit of gunmetal. Actually, the gunmetal paint is great. Like, it's a beautiful looking metal paint color. It's great. Waist swivel. It gets a little jammed up right there. I don't know what's going on there. And then we got paint on the chest, the gray and the blue. The yellow paint on the pelvis. T-jointed ball joints for hips. Should get you the full Monty and the Van Damme. So Van Damme, a little shy of the full Monty, but close. And then we have a knee, actually a hinge, which is nice to see. That gets you 90 degrees. Once again, that gunmetal down here for the treads. And then the ankle, you got a tilt and a rocker. So all that works really well. No issues there. All right, so let's transform them. Chest comes up, flips all the way around, and then you want to have this peg on the hand go up inside the hood there. Actually, let me see this real quick because I don't think I checked this one. That flips open and will reveal the headmaster bit there. So we're good there. All right. Same for this side. And then the leg transformation is really cool. So it hinges here, and then you unhinge the treads there. Same for this side. So just below the knee. I guess that could kind of act as a double jointed knee, but it would look absurd. Open this up there, and then on the back, you want to flip this around, flip the feet on top. They'll plug into there. And this will form the back of the tank. Easy for me to say. There. And then flip the treads down. And they'll plug into the thighs. Like so. I almost said it, Robert. I almost said it, but I didn't. Okay. And then you can plug in all of his weaponry, right? So you got the 2 pistols back here, and then the cannon. And I think that's pretty cool. I like this one a lot better. I just like the process a lot more. It just seems a little bit more I don't know, smooth. You know what I mean? There's a grace to it, and I dig it. I mean, this looks a little ridiculous with the treads, and like this is the treads, but like this is not the treads, you know what I mean? But it's a Legends class figure, and I'm very forgiving of Legends class figures. So yeah, I think they did a pretty good job. And there's a size comparison with Hasbro's Power Glide and Iron Factory's Blaster. So once again, Iron Factory being the odd man out, and the other 2 kind of fitting in with most of the Legends class figures. Final thoughts wise, I think they're pretty cool. I think that Iron Will is definitely... Iron Will, did you hear me? Hardhead is definitely the better of the 2. I just think that everything kind of works a little bit for you. He seems a little bit more complete. This one seems a little bit more incomplete. Like there seems to be like just elements of this that aren't quite finished, whether it be this little pin here that shows in the chest, whether it be the empty legs in the back. And I mean, it's a Legends class figure, and I get it. I'm just saying, I think that this one is, there has, like that, I think the engineering is interesting, and how the upper torso turns around, all that stuff, I agree. I just feel like, you know, if you could find a buddy, I'm sorry, I just hit the camera. If you could find a buddy that wanted to go halvesies on this set and he wanted Skullcruncher, I would say take him up on it in a heartbeat, because the Hardhead is pretty cool. And I've had a good time messing with them, so to speak. So, yeah, the negatives are just the negatives that affect all kind of Legends class figures. You know, a lot of ball pegs, you know, a lot of kind of obvious points in the transformation, like, you know, you can see the treads, you can see the alligator arms sticking off the side, like, but it's just, that's the cost of doing business with figures this small. So I think that all in all, it's a great set, you know, given what it is, and I definitely recommend it. So hope that helps. Shout out again to Ace. He has a show on YouTube. You can check it out. It's called Figure Banging. It's more, I think it's every Wednesday or every other Wednesday, and part of the realm of collectors larger La Familia. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.